Hello there and welcome. Today we're taking a full look at the Nerf Rival Forerunner. Let's jump right in and see if this thing meets expectations. Included in the box is the blaster itself, 12 Rival rounds, and the instructions. Now let's go over the Rival Forerunner. First off, the blaster features one sling mount, and it is located right here. Now on the top of the blaster, we have the sights. The rear one features adjustable elevation. On the right side only, we have our safety. In the forward position, it is locked, and in the rear position, you are ready to go. Once the blaster is primed, it is locked in the forward position, but if you encounter a jam, there's a reprime switch located only on the left-hand side. It can be pushed down and it will override that lock. There is also a priming indicator located only on the left-hand side. Very similar to a takedown or Chronos, the blaster can be loaded through the top, and this internal magazine holds 12 rounds. The ergonomics on the Forerunner are actually really great. The rear grip is incredibly comfortable and fits an adult-sized hand very well. And then the pump grip is also very comfortable and incredibly well designed. I would actually say this is the best front grip I've seen on any Rival blaster. Now here it is next to the Takedown, and you can really see the difference in these pump grips. Here it is next to the Saturn, and oh my gosh, the Forerunner's grip is so much better than the grip on the Saturn. Now I like the Saturn, but this grip really doesn't have anything to put your hand up against, while the Forerunner very obviously does. So to fire the blaster, assuming you are loaded, it is a pump action Springer, and unfortunately it does not have slam fire. This pump grip makes firing an absolute breeze. Now let's take the Forerunner outside and grab some numbers. We will be using the included Rival rounds. 98. Duplicate 98. 94. 98. 97. 96. 91. And 98. I'm very happy with those numbers. That is pretty much standard Rival performance. The Forerunner is obviously reaching the box claim of 90 feet per second. Now let's fire some rounds downrange. It is a bit windy, but regardless, those shots fired very well. Now let's head back inside and I'll wrap up my final thoughts. So what are my final thoughts on the Nerf Rival Forerunner? Overall, I think this blaster is definitely worth it. It does everything it claims to do out of the box, and it has amazing ergonomics, it's accurate, and the FPS is standard with other Rival blasters. Now, is it actually better than the Takedown? I think for me, it definitely is. It fires more consistently than the Takedown, it has a higher capacity, and I personally prefer the ergonomics. Now, some people might actually prefer the rough cut style grip that the Takedown features instead of this vertical grip, but this vertical grip just makes it easier to aim in my opinion. Takedown's not bad, I have been a huge Takedown fan, but I definitely think this is an upgrade. Really, my biggest complaint about the Forerunner is the lack of slam fire, because despite the Forerunner being shorter than the Saturn, it is a higher capacity blaster, and having slam fire with this would be so awesome. And the Saturn slam fire is super smooth. I would have loved to see this mechanism on the Forerunner. But overall, my thoughts are extremely positive on the Forerunner, and I can highly recommend it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this review. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Forerunner, and happy nerfing.